Yes, I'm alive. Strange as that may seem. Here I am. It's Saturday once again, and I'm doing my show. Yes, I am. I'm happy to be here. Lovely to see you again, my friends. That's Moody Blues, by the way, in case you didn't recognize the lyrics. Yeah, I'm here. It's almost time. It's almost, hey, dog, welcome aboard. Hello there to you. It's that happy time again. I'm almost ready. It's been a long, strange trip this week. So, yeah, I got a deal at the dispensary, man. You know, they sell them 100 milligram gummies, and you get like, I don't know, 10 of them for $30. Well, they had high THC. They had these high THC tablets, 100 milligram tablets, 40 of them for $25, which I thought was a hell of a deal. I mean, 40 of them at 100 milligrams a piece. I mean, better than buying them lousy gummies, which aren't gummy at all. They're just chewy. They're never gummy. And to get 40 of them for $25 instead of 10 of them for $30 seemed like quite the bargain. What do you think, dog? I mean, after all, it's the Illinois dispensary. That's a bargain, it seems to me. If I can get 4,000 milligrams for $25 instead of 1,000 milligrams for $30, that's a deal. Yeah, I thought so too. And of course, I got my vet discount, so it's only $22.50. That's even better still. So I did good. I haven't tried them yet. I gave some to my bestie yesterday, but I haven't tried them yet myself. So we'll have to see. Maybe when you come over tomorrow, we'll sample them, see how they are. Before we smoke any weed, we'll do a half a dozen of them or something. You know, see if we don't get off on the pills first, and then go from there. What do you think? Sound like a plan? We could try that. I think that'd be good. Give those a try. Because after all, I haven't sampled them yet, like I said, so we'll give them a shot. I got a runny nose today. So don't smoke anything before you get here, and I won't either. And we'll just hit the pills first thing. So I suppose I ought to get on with the news. Wearing another holiday shirt today. 3 hose. You know, 'tis the season. It's hoe season. Clean my glasses here. Get started. So, turns out that Trump had the virus when he debated Joe Biden before the election. He had a Rose Garden event on the 26th of September for Amy Coney Barrett. And then that same day, he tested positive, took another test and tested negative, and then pretended that the positive test never happened. Okay. And then on that same day, he went to Middletown, Pennsylvania for a rally. Then on the 27th, he had an event with military families. And then on the 29th, he had the debate with Biden. He was supposed to test himself on that day and didn't, violating the debate protocol. And at least 11 people who were at that debate became infected. Buds, welcome aboard. So at least 11 people who attended that debate became infected. Okay. And that was on the 29th of September. On October 1st, he tested positive again. Okay. And on the 2nd of October was admitted to the hospital at Walter Reed. Now, they were doing rapid testing back then, and false positives were commonplace, but false positives were not as commonplace as false negatives. Okay. So when asked about this in an interview recently, he was asked if he tested positive prior to the debate, and he said that a test revealed that he was negative. Okay, prior to the debate, a test revealed. He didn't say anything about a test revealing that he was positive. He just said a test revealed that he was negative. He was asked if he tested on the day of the debate, and he said he didn't know because he was tested all the time. Okay. So he obviously is a lion sack of shit. Of course, we already knew that, but yeah. So he was infected. He wasn't going to miss that debate no matter what, is what it amounted to. Okay, because his ego wouldn't let him do that. Okay, and being the sociopath that he was and is, there was no way that he was going to admit to be infected. Okay, and have to miss that debate. So that's what happened there. So Katie, welcome aboard. So James and Jennifer Crumbly have had their bonds set at $500K each. Okay. After becoming fugitives in the case involving the Oxford High School shooting in Michigan, the Crumbleys had purchased the weapon used in the shooting as a Christmas present for their son Ethan, age 15, who was accused of killing 4 students and injuring 7 other people at the suburban Detroit High School on Tuesday. Each of his parents had been charged with 4 counts of manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. I think this is a step in the right direction. When I haven't reported on any of these school shootings in over 2 years now. I decided a long time ago to stop doing that, to stop bringing attention to these things. But I'm reporting on this one because they've arrested the parents and because they're charging the parents in this case. I think this is a step in the right direction. Okay. Who's ultimately responsible for this? All right. I think the parents should be charged. I think this is a step in the right direction. I think there's more responsibility should be borne by the parents in these cases. Pay attention to your fucking kids, for Christ's sake. Okay, there has to be some kind of a warning. I mean, these parents can't be that detached from their children that they don't realize that there's got to be something mentally wrong with these kids. Okay, these are troubled children. They have to know there's some kind of trouble in their lives if they're going to go to this extreme, okay, there have to be warning signs. This kid was sending out warning signs, okay, and nobody paid attention. No, they went out and bought him a fucking gun, okay. Well, he doesn't have any trouble. Let's go buy him a gun, okay. No way kid did it. It's his fault. No, it's more than the kid's fault. Okay. The parents have to parent up is what they have to do. They got to pay more attention to their kid. Okay. You raise a kid. Who's in charge of teenagers? No one right now. Well, they should be, right, Katie? They should be in charge. Pay attention to your fucking kid. Get involved in their lives. Okay. This is ridiculous for this to go on time after time after time all over the country in school after school. Start paying attention to your kids. Get involved in their fucking lives. All right. I think it's justifiable to charge these parents. They just went out and bought the gun a few days before the fucking kid did the shooting. If they didn't know this fucking kid was disturbed, then there's something seriously wrong with them. All right. Even get to start over at 18 if they have a juvie record. Exactly. Well, this kid's going to be charged as an adult. There's no doubt. Okay. But I find it ridiculous that these people are not more involved in their kids' lives. Kid gets in a car wreck. It's their fault. Well, that's different. This is a car wreck. That's an accident. This was an on purpose. Okay. This was no accident. He didn't accidentally shoot these people. Okay. You don't accidentally shoot 11 people. Quit using school as a babysitter. Right. I agree. School's not supposed to raise your children. They're supposed to educate your children. They're not disciplinarians. They're not anything else except teachers. Okay. There shouldn't even be police in schools. Okay. There was none of that shit when I was a kid. You know, you sit down and shut up and you learn something. Kids shoot something, it's their fault. No, I'm sorry. It's not just their fault. How did they get to that point? Okay. A lack of parenting. Okay. That's how they got to that point. All right. The parents are responsible too. Something got them to that point. Okay. Only one with fault of a crime is the one who pulled the trigger. No, I don't agree. Being a stupid parent is not illegal. Well, being a bad parent should be. Okay. Stupidity has nothing to do with it. Bad things happened at the principal's office. Yeah, well, but parents should be more involved in their children's lives. You know, if they don't know their kid is disturbed and having problems, then it's their fault, not the kid's fault. Okay. They're responsible for their kids' behavior. If they were irresponsible parents, then now they're responsible. So, it's the way I feel. It's about time. It's about time they made these parents responsible for their kids' activities. I'm sorry. I just feel that way. It's about time. It's about time somebody blamed the parents for the way their kids act. Okay. How with both working, tired and still no money, who was there to raise kids anymore? Okay. If they have no money, why did they spend it on a fucking gun for the kid? He's 15 years old. Did he really need a gun? Maybe they ought to go out and buy him a dirt bike. Okay. Shit, the parents decided to spew forth the kids from their loins. They are responsible. Exactly. If they want to be irresponsible, then don't birth any babies, okay? And if you want to get into abortion rights, let's go there too. All right. I'm sorry, but I feel very strongly about this. Okay. And if they couldn't afford to have, if they can't afford to live, then they shouldn't have the kids. Okay. If they can't make enough money to support their family, okay, then they shouldn't have the kids to begin with. They shouldn't have a family. So if a kid got the gun from a friend's house, is the parents still at fault? Not as much. Certainly not as much. I mean, you don't go out and buy a 15-year-old a gun, especially if you're shit broke. Okay? You don't spend that kind of money on a kid. Like I say, why buy him a gun? Why not buy him a dirt bike? Get the kid involved in motocross or some shit instead. That's a BS argument. If you're poor, you have no right to have a family. Okay, I'm not saying you don't have a right to have a family. Okay? But you don't have the right to spend that kind of money on a fucking gun for your 15-year-old kid. If you're poor, find something else to spend the money on. Okay? You don't buy the fucking kid a gun. Get him involved in something other than shooting, especially if he's a troubled kid. They had to know this kid had problems. If they didn't, then they should have been more involved in his life. Yeah, and the parents should know the kid's friends, right? Again, get more involved in the kid's life. Well, if it's a hunting family, then you don't buy him a fucking handgun, do you? So I believe that's what he used, was a handgun. And I don't think you hunt much around Detroit. To argue just to argue, I swear. You're never going to change each other. Well, I mean, my mind is made up. Okay. I'm glad the parents were charged in this case. Every case is different. Okay. I'm glad the parents were charged in this case. Okay. Any other case is different. Every case is different. And who hunts with an AR? That's another thing. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. There are blizzards forecast for this weekend in 2 states, Alaska and Hawaii. Well, you baby boomers with your wild way of thinking just does not fit in today's world and how we live. Well, okay, if you want to go around shooting everybody, you go right the fuck ahead. Personally, I'd rather people didn't have guns. All right. Okay. I feel very strongly about guns, and I have too much respect for them to even own one. All right. And if you don't think we don't belong in this world, well, I'm sorry for you. If you really think that that the way we think is twisted, I'm terribly sorry for you. I truly am. Okay, just because we believe in peace and harmony, I'm really sorry for you. If you want to live in that kind of world, then you have my deepest sympathy. Now, if you don't want to live in a world with peace and harmony, you have my deepest sympathy, because that's all we ever wanted, was a world of peace and harmony. Okay. Well, that's the problem. See, we never wanted zombies. Okay, if you're looking forward to zombies, I feel for you. I truly do. The zombies can eat me, because if that's what the world's coming to, I don't want to live in it. Okay. Now, as I was saying, there are blizzards forecast for Alaska and Hawaii this weekend, and no snow for the rest of the country. We are experiencing a snow drought. World is not peaceful, and we do not live that way. Well, it would be nice if it was, wouldn't it? And that's all we ever wanted. And if you people want to fuck it up, you go right ahead. I'm moving on with my stories, by the way, so you can just do whatever you want to do. I'm not arguing with you anymore. So we're in the middle of a snow drought in this country. Okay. There have been like negative snowfall throughout the month of November. Although Alaska has had almost record cold throughout the month of November, and areas are seeing heavy snowfalls up there, unlike what they've seen in recent years. Hawaii's blizzard warnings are a bit more rare, needless to say. It's been 3.5 years since the last one in Honolulu. The National Weather Service is forecasting up to a foot of snow and winds of 100 miles an hour, gusting up to 100 miles an hour through the weekend for the Big Island. Although the majority of Hawaii will get rains, but it's just in the higher elevations that they'll get the heavy snows. And the rest of the country will continue to experience the snow drought that we've been experiencing. So it looks like it's going to be a light snow winter. Not going to get a lot of that white stuff. So somebody texted me. I got to stop the noise. If I don't bring it up, it won't stop the noise. There. So, we are the world's biggest culprit in generating plastic waste. We generate 42 metric tons of plastic waste a year. That's about 130 kilos of waste per person. Okay. Is that good or bad, a light winter? I'm confused. I don't know. It's temperature wise, well, if we don't get the snow cover, bulbs aren't going to come up, okay? In the spring, they'll die because the ground temperature has to stay at 32 degrees. And if we don't get the snow cover, then the ground gets too cold and the bulbs die. So that's not good. So, we can't have that happen. So you do want some snow cover just to keep just to keep perennials alive. Otherwise the ground gets too cold. So, mild winters aren't a good thing necessarily. If you want to see flowers come back in the spring, then yeah, you want snow. At least enough to cover the ground, no snow at all is a bad thing. Wasn't last year mild too? Yeah, but we got some snow coverage at least. You know, if we don't get any, that's not a good thing at all. And I mean, look at here. It's December already, and we haven't had any. You know, I mean, a few flakes, but not enough to even cover the ground. So they're saying snow later this week. Well, I don't know. I was looking at my phone, and all I saw was rain tomorrow, I think, and then I don't see any precipitation the rest of the week. So I don't know. Farmer's Almanac is calling for a very mild winter too for us. So I don't know. I don't mind there not being snow, although I just get my driveway plowed anyway. I don't do it myself. That'd be crazy. You know, I ain't doing that. That's just crazy talk. But, you know, so yeah, I would, you know, it'd be nice if, you know, if we got some at least, just to protect everybody's plants. You know, but we'll see. I'm glad I'm not in Hawaii this weekend. Be a hell of a place to go on vacation and get snowed on, you know. You know, Alaska, they get that all the time. And I check the weather up there all the time because I was up there for 2 years back in the 60s. And they're not nearly as nasty as it was when I was up there. They get pretty good weather now. It's almost like living here. So anyway, we're generating all this fucking plastic trash. It's crazy. Island snowstorm. Yeah, it is crazy. You know, it is in the higher elevations. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's not like it's snowing in Honolulu or nothing, you know. But, you know, it's climate change. Okay. It's a real deal. You know, don't ask the Republicans, but honest, it's a real deal. There truly is climate change. So we're generating more plastic waste than all of the EU members countries put together. 2 to 8 times greater than comparable countries around the world. The collapse of recycling infrastructure has caused up to 2.2 metric tons of plastic to leak into the environment each year. Worldwide, 8.8 metric tons enters the marine environment each year. The ocean islands are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. On the bright side of that, if there is one, is that more than 40 coastal species have been discovered living on the plastic island in the Pacific. Not only surviving, but colonizing the high seas and managing, making new communities on the floating plastic that makes up the great, what are they calling it? The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Plant and animal life have been found not just surviving, but thriving, including mussels, barnacles, types of shrimp, and seaweed. So, yeah, we got life surviving now on the floating plastic shit out there. So, yeah, if the military can make rain, then why not snow? Well, this isn't the military. Sorry to say. Evolution. Yeah, Katie. Yeah, we create a nasty environment. Some kind of life form is going to live there, apparently. So Yeah, even though we're polluting, you're darn tootin', we're polluting. There's actually life forms there now. So I guess if we're gonna melt the polar ice caps, okay, and eliminate places for some creatures to live, then other creatures are going to live on the junk we created to float out in the ocean. I guess we're creating new habitats. Wow. Today's weed of the week is lemon skunk. Geekocidal tendencies. Welcome aboard. Why all this talk of life forms? Did someone find out I'm an alien living amongst you? Not yet. We haven't. Although I think you just blew your shit in the street. The earth takes everything back. Yeah. So today's lemon skunk is 20.59% THC, and it's a sativa dominant hybrid. Still searching for those sativas. I'm going to find them wherever I can. So your secret is out. Exactly. You blew your shit there, geek. Now we know. So, I got to turn the page. Oh, guess what, folks? I'm out of stories. Somebody interrupted me while I was making my notes, and I never got past that. So, hint, hint, wink, wink. You know who you are. I only have one upward thumb. How come on the screen they only, there we go. Thank you. How come on the screen they only show the thumbs ups and they don't show me the thumbs downs? I was just wondering about that. So this is pretty good, this lemon skunk. I'm liking it. Your food is finally on the way. I thought you were going to eat before the show. What's taking so long? YouTube went woke and doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Well, why would you want to hurt people's feelings? I mean, it's one thing to be sarcastic, but YouTube took the dislike button away. Still shows on the page like a redundant SJW. I see. Last week, after my music show, they put a thing up on the screen that said they wanted me to take a survey because they valued my opinion. Since I did a show on their format, on their channel, they wanted my opinion. And so I said, okay, I'll take the survey. And I pushed the button. And it was a blank screen with some faint print at the top, a couple of lines of faint print. And it said, this is the list of questions we'd like you to answer. And it was a blank page. So apparently there weren't any questions they wanted me to answer. So I found that strange. They'd heard from enough people in my category, I guess, that they didn't really want my opinion, although they asked for it. I passed, apparently, yeah. Yeah, we want your opinion. No, we don't. So I found that humorous and insulting, by the way, simultaneously. YouTube. Yeah, there's something. Oh, cough, cough. Oy, boy. That was your essay page. 6 paragraphs minimum, double spaced and centered. Get to work. Right. They wouldn't want to hear what I have to say. They'd block me. Hello, everyone. Cheers. Hope all is well. Yes, it is. Welcome aboard, Smash 510. We're just kicking back, making fun of YouTube right now. I was telling everyone that they asked me to answer a survey and answer a bunch of survey questions, they said. And I punched up the survey and it was a blank page. So I guess they didn't really want to hear from me. So I don't know what the hell happened there. They said they wanted my opinion, but they didn't really want my opinion. So what's everybody smoking today? Taking a survey. I, on the other hand, am smoking, what did I say? Lemon skunk. So a sativa dominant hybrid. Or is it smoking me? I'm not sure. Number 4. Oh. To be lit of some gelati homegrown. Nice. Strawberry glue for 2 months now. That's what you get for growing so much of it. Well, this is harsh. Amherst sour diesel. Oh. Buds, you still there? What you got? Man, every hit of this shit's making me cough. It's some rough stuff. I'll have to write that down, scratch it off my list. LD jelly. We don't get that here. Oh. Well, I'm not buying this ever again. This is just harsh. Glad I only buy 8s for this show. And get back on that shit I grew. That's much smoother. You don't get jelly. Had to grow its seeds, came from Stony. Turned into a monster plant. Oh, you mean it all came off? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. You just had a lot of it. High yield. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know where I wrote down the name of that seed I got from buds. You know, that unknown stuff I just harvested. I know I wrote the name down someplace. I'm just gonna call it weed. I don't know what else to call it, you know. It's a secret unknown strain. I used to go to a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, and they had on their menu, they had an unknown sauce. That's what they called it. You know, it was, instead of special sauce or whatever, you know, it was unknown. So always awesome to have a lot of meds. Love that kind. Yeah. Yeah, this one I started it like way back in March, and then I was keeping it in veg for a real long time because I had a clone in there that I was going to give to my bestie, but she was in Arizona and I'm in Illinois. And I was waiting for her to get back from Arizona. She has a condo out there. I was waiting for her to get back from Arizona so I could give her the clone. But I had it in the same tent with the other plant. So I was keeping the other plant in veg until she got back from Arizona so I could give her the clone. So by the time she came back, the thing had been in veg from March till September. And I got her I gave the clone to her, and then I put it in a flower, and I lost the note where I'd written down what the strain was. And Buds doesn't remember. And so now I got a plant that I'm just going to call it weed, you know, but it had a nice yield. I got 3 ounces off the thing. And so I figure, what the hell? I got 3 ounces of weed. So, I mean, that green stuff you trimmed off the plant? Oh, yeah. That's weed. No, not what I trimmed off. Oh, the buds. Yeah, that's weed. Got his train haze is turning out to be a monster too. Oh, good. Easily 6 inches taller than the rest. Good. Well, you know, out of that Aces High you brought me last week, I got a seed out of that. So now I got a seed out of that, and I got a seed out of the ice cream cake. So those are, I'm going to try to pop those two for my next two grows. And if not, then I'm going to go with the Shiroi and something else I got up here, I think. So, but I'm going to see if I can't pop those two. Because, you know me and sativas. So, yeah, I was surprised to find a seed in the Ace is High. So, we'll see if they pop. But, you know, it'll be fun. Because that Ace is High was good. I like that. And that ice cream cake was out of this world. Very happy with your Goddess Train Haze. Big nugs. Oh, nice. Oh, that Holy Grail, that's the tits. I'm telling you, that was amazing. I love that stuff. And Mrs. Spliffy has decided she wants to smoke the shake. So the buds are mine. So I'm okay with that. Because, you know, we did that in the bowl trimmer and went too far. So the shake is totally smokable. If she wants to smoke that, I'm good with it. You know. So I don't know if I have, I think I have some Goddess Train Haze seeds along with the Shiroi ones. I'm pretty sure I do, in fact. So I'm looking forward to that too. But oh boy, you know, yes, I do. Okay. Well, if these two I got out of the weed don't pop, then that's where I'm going. So, no, I don't want to brush the ashes off a white shirt. It's just gonna make it dirty. Gets nice and stinky as well as sticky. Oh, I don't mind. Smell up the house. Was Shiroi a monster or more standard size? I love shake bong rips for wake and bakes. Baked for hours. Fucking tree Roy. Okay. Now you know what to expect, dog. Oh, it's not 420 yet. Damn. Tree Roy, huh? I could dig that. Oh, those pictures you sent me, Katie, of that Matanuska Thunderfuck. You know why, don't you? That's some of the most fertile soil in the world up there. Yes, Shiroi. Yeah. Yeah, Matanuska Valley up there. And we're talking 24-hour light. Okay. All you 18 Sixers. I love like third week of flower. When your whole RV smells like one giant bud. What'd you learn to smell from Stony? It was up to your chin at the end of stretch. And you're 5'6". Nice. Yeah, that's nice. You topped her twice. Ooh. Spread out, huh? Yeah, I bought those little bendy, those white bendy clips. I really like those things. I kept my lights close to plants, trying to keep it low. Oh, that work out? Katie sounds hot. Katie is hot. Or isn't that what you meant? Well, then you'll be moving them up. You'll be moving them lights up. You do the same with long pipe cleaners? Yeah. All those the rigid clips, I can just get those branches pointing wherever they want to go. 12 inches from canopy adjust as they grow. She has a grow room, a tiny grow room, not a tent. So, but it's all Mylard. Keep your lights at 18 inches. Hmm. Well, 12 inches, 18. I guess you can compromise. Put them at 16. Yes, I agree, Katie. Keep it stupid, simply. Thanks. So got my hat. So about 16 inches. So I'm right in between there. Nice. Yes. So I said compromise. Yeah, he uses his hat to measure, is what he's talking about. So, and your hat's 16 inches. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, Heidi. I have to feed Heidi. She's been giving me shit since before the show, and I haven't paid any attention to her. By the time I get back, it'll be really close to 4:20. Actually, it won't be that close. It's not going to take me that long. Well, see, now you're going to pull this shit and you're going to knock me over. There, that's done. That didn't take too long. A minute. Took a minute. Paracord hanging from my lights. I watch when it gets covered. I plant. Full brim 16 and then 10 by 8 inches on the oval where your head goes. Same about kiss. Both good ideas, yeah. It's 6 gram nugs that are curing slow. Ooh. Killing it. Yeah. You're doing good. Doing good. Good. I love this growing thing. This is so much fun. You know, I'm kind of new. You know, I just got my tents. This is what I just finished up my second grow. So I'm having a lot of fun. And I can't wait to have bigger yields of better stuff. I'm really encouraged by the Holy Grail. That's really good. Simple is nice. I hate making all the teas and cleaning the mess. I see. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I've been going pretty nice, just organic, and it's been simple. I don't know. Nothing's been difficult so far. So I'm real happy with what's going on. And I'm saving a shitload of money. After I harvested this last one, I called the old lady in the living room and I said, "Hey, come here and look at, here's $750, that we don't have to spend." Yeah. because weed ain't cheap here in Illinois. Not in the least. Okay. So, it makes me feel good. And my local purveyor asked me the other day at the bar if I was in need of anything. And I said, no, not for a long time. I said, not till probably after the holidays. And that made me feel good too. So, yeah, I'm liking this growing shit. I'm liking it a lot. I don't use green bicycles. I've never used green bicycles. Okay. Spoofy, I follow the Grow Bible. I love it. Blew my mind. Green bee makes it easier. Very nice. Oh no, I don't. I do my own thing. I just dabble in this and that and experiment with stuff. Okay. I use dry amendments. It's in my soil. So all I add is molasses and magnesium. I also use dry rice and rolled oats in my soil. So where are you putting in your plants beside water? I have other stuff. I have during flower, I was adding potassium and phosphorus to the soil, and organic potassium and phosphorus in a granular form. Okay. And I have some fish emulsion that I've been using and that sort of thing. And other stuff, secret things that I don't tell you about. And I'm not going to tell you about. Okay. How's that? Exactly. I'm not going to tell you what goes in the everlasting gobstopper. Those are secret ingredients. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm within the 5-minute limit. So happy 422. Do I top dress my plants at any point? With what? Oh, I was Harley grower. Welcome aboard. I mean, you're still eating. Oh, okay. This one's for you, Katie. You don't use bottles. I don't use any bottles. I use some organic granular stuff that I sprinkle on the soil and water in. they start looking hungry, look like they need something, I use alfalfa meal. I see. Sharon, welcome aboard. We were just talking growmy stuff. Use alfalfa meal too? Oh, as an excellent plant steroid. You need something quicker, you'll use rabbit poop. Oh, I'll have to get some alfalfa meal. Where's my phone? I'll order some. Get some. What do you want? That's Buster pestering me here. That's Heidi, and that's Buster. And they're both driving me nuts here. You guys want to go outside, huh? Excuse me while I step away once again. But these dogs want something. Oops. You can burn your plants with rabbit poop. Come on. Oh, interesting. You'll see, learn that fulvic acid is a necessity in any substrate with cocoa. Chelates the nutrition away from the cocoa, more readily available for the plants. So alfalfa meal can burn your plants. Rabbit poop isn't nitrogen hot like other poop. Cow poo is like a 22N. Rabbit poop is more like 3.0. I see. So you don't have to compost rabbit poop is what you're saying. Rabbit poop isn't nitrogen. What is it? It's new at organics myself. Oh, I'm new at organics myself. It also is slower to break down, rabbit poop. Oh. Well, yeah, if it's not nitrogen rich, why would you want to use it? Learned cocoa grabs and holds plant ready newts. Part of the reason I was consistently CalMag deficient. Oh. I see. Oh, just not as hot. I see. Oh, it has a steroid. Oh, you don't need a crazy high nitrogen content. I got you. You do your homeworks. This stuff is still making me cough. I thought maybe when I started a new joint it wouldn't be so bad, but shit is just harsh. So I don't recommend Lemon Skunk by, who is this? Nature's Grace, whoever the fuck they are. So, besides, none of you are going to buy shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just, I buy it for this show to keep myself legal in Illinois. So, it's the only reason I do it. So I could have a weed of the week on the show. That's why I do it. So, I have a med card in Illinois. So I do a weed of the week, buy it from the dispensary, keeps my med card active, blah, blah, blah. I did half cocoa and half soil my last run. Soil, the roots spread out. Cocoa, the roots stayed the shape of the 1 gallon. They always vegged in. Oh. Interesting. Beans I have soaking are Bubba's Valley and a question mark from Colorado Springs. Oh. Same structure, both cocoa and soil. Interesting. So, what are you thinking? It doesn't matter? Smash, you think, what's the difference? I mean, maybe save money. I'm picking up your stuff tomorrow. I'll send it out Monday with some fire genetics too. Only cocoa took more water. Other than that, same to me. Oh, well, save some money. I mean, the extra absorbency, that's like negligible, right? Yes, I use soil because that's what I know as a vegetable gardener. Yeah, well, I'm saying. I mean, water is something you can manage. Heading to Ghostbusters tonight. Gave a Fab Saturday, my friendos. Have. And you too. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. I like to air up my soil with cocoa. Peat moss gets too hydromorphic when it gets really dry, and we water on the dry cycle. Okay, I understand. Cycle, yeah, gotcha. First time back in the theater. Ooh, I understand. Buy a bigger TV. Take care. Naughty Nikki B, welcome aboard. Yes, it does get like a brick. Takes a long time for it to absorb water once it dries out like that. Yes, it does. Yeah. Jinx. Oh, we're all doing good here today, I think. Getting baked. Yeah, that's, stuff's, it's just, once it dries out, it's just crap. It sucks to use outside. Well, yeah, because it just dries up instantly, probably, huh? I mean, water just evaporates out there, doesn't just like almost right away. Yeah, there's got to be some substitute for that, I guess. Cocoa. Huh? I could grow outside. I would do hydro. Yeah, well, yeah, you could build a cistern in the summer. Build a cistern and collect all that nice rain you get in the summertime, and do yourself a hydro system with fish. There you go. Collect all that water. Aquaponics. Yeah, there you go. And you can make it all pretty. Water lilies and weed. Just weed growing in your pond in the backyard. I could picture it. I can literally picture it. I would imagine it does. So I found somebody who will fix my house for 10,000 instead of $20,000. Grow bananas next to apple trees. That's pretty cool. So he's willing to do it for $10,000 instead of $20,000. So I was going to sell it as is and move out there to Tucson. So now I figure I can afford to fix it up and sell it for more. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's a swell idea, is to just fix it up and sell it for more. I'm sure I would. I'm sure I would. Because it's you'll have to find me some, an area that you think would be good for me to live. You're gonna have to help me out there neighborhood wise. So, pick me a place to look. Somewhere near a park or somewhere. I go go for walks, that sort of thing. And a good Mexican restaurant. Yep, make more loot than party in the desert. Exactly. That's what I want to do. Absolutely. I'm tired of all this seasonal change shit, you know? Lots of parks here. Need to cool off in the summer, yeah. Doggies are at the door. I'll be back. All the wires. Where are you going? You want a cookie? What do you got from here? You gonna sit with this one? That's a good boy. Okay. On fire in the desert under the stars is incredible. Watch for snakes, though, huh? They come by the fire to get warm, no doubt. Being cold-blooded. You know, if I was cold-blooded, I'd want to go by the fire. Excuse me. Yeah, I want to move out there. I talked Mrs. Spliffy into it. Took about 10 minutes. But snakes are most active at night. Really? Or do just people step on them more often at night? Yeah, I spent 2 years in Alaska, and I could have gone anywhere when I got out. And I came to a place where it snowed. You know, I don't. What the hell was wrong with me? Been there for 37 years. Oh, so you moved there 2 years ago. Man, that's going to be a long drive every week to come see you. Yep, it sure is. I have to watch TV by telephone or something. Only seen one snake at my house in the city. Well, that's good. So have I out here. I've had one snake under the front stairs here. I came up one morning and it had a frog about half swallowed, a tree frog. And then I saw it later that day, squashed in the middle of the road on its way back to the river. So So we're even. We've each seen one snake near our house or at our house. Yeah. So, and I live in the country and you live in the city. So, and I lived in the city and I had a possum on my stairs when I came home from work one day. So, of course, you had a mountain lion a block over from your house. I never had one of those. Okay. Of course, I do have coyotes out here. So, you don't have those in your city, do you? Or do you? It's a lot of one buy a house with enough land to put a landing strip in. Oh, no, thank you. He was in your wood stove. Must have come down the flue. It was summer. Oh, you got to go your 2 streets over. Lots of coyotes. I see. Yeah, well, lots of luck getting that. I don't know if you can get one with a med card. Okay, I'll probably turn you down if you got a med card. Of course, maybe they can't. You know? Yeah, well, it happens. Doesn't stop your rights. It stops you from buying a gun in a gun shop anywhere in the country. It's not a lie. My bestie has a med card here in Illinois, bought a condo in Arizona, went to Arizona, wanted to buy a gun in a gun shop, and she was denied. Okay. Came up denied because the feds said she can't buy a gun because she has a med card. She can buy a gun from a private owner. She can't buy a gun from a shop anywhere in the United States. I'm just telling you what happened to her. And that was this year. I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you what happened to her. It was because of her med card in Illinois that she was denied the purchase of a gun in Arizona. Okay. She can't purchase a gun in Illinois, and she was denied the purchase of a gun in Arizona because of the federal check. Okay, because marijuana is a Schedule 1. And that's why she was denied the gun. Hey, that's a poem. Rhymes. But she can buy it from a private owner or a gun show, but she can't buy it from a shop. Right. You can't buy it from a gun shop because of the federal background check. So. So I don't know. I don't own a gun, so lots of gun shows get you around the background check. Yeah, well, yeah, that here too, Indiana, shit, you can buy them by the box. You know, they a string of them. You buy a string of handguns. You know, so it it's crazy. You know, they just run a Ziploc through a zip tab through the finger thingies, and there are half a dozen guns for X number of dollars. They supply the streets of Chicago. That's why it's turned into the scariest place around. I grew up there. I have one gun, and I would not use it. It's a 150-year-old Colt. Yeah, well, I don't know. I can understand that. I wouldn't use it either. But yeah, that's not the city I grew up in. I mean, not the one that's up there now. It was a much more fun place. It was darker, wasn't as well lit, but a lot more fun. So, anyway, I digress. I think I'm going to call it quits. Find something to eat. Now that Katie's filled her tummy, it's time for me to go fill mine. So, bye, folks. Thanks for coming by. Okay. Totally appreciate it. Tune in Tuesday. I have no idea who I'm going to feature. Only constant in life is everything changes. That's right. The only constant is change. Remember, there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. Okay? So, love you all. And I hope to see y'all soon. Maybe as soon as Tuesday. Okay? And like I say, it's still a question mark as to who I'm going to feature. I never know. Okay? And bye now.